Hi, I'm Luke Gilfillan. Welcome to the Lounge with Luke Gilfillan. There's not much news to go over today, but we have two big things, or moderately big things. Oak Park, they approved a parking ticket amnesty program for the next 2 months. So if you have like a parking ticket, turn it in the next 2 months. Like if you've had a parking ticket that you got like 3 years ago and now it's worth like $2,000 and you're just hoping that they'll forget about it, now is the time to put it in, because it's now worth like whatever it costed originally because they took off the late fees. And then the other big news is national news. Elizabeth Warren is officially running for president. We knew she was running for president with her little exploratory committee, which is basically a way of announcing you're running for president, but this is just a confirmation that she's running for president. So, on Saturday, Senator Elizabeth Warren officially announced that she's running for president in 2020. Warren's declaration comes more than 4 weeks after the formation of her Presidential Exploratory Committee. During her speech in Lawrence, Massachusetts, Warren stated that the system has been rigged by the wealthy and well-connected, and that the man in the White House is not the cause of what is broken, but the latest and most extreme symptom of what's gone wrong in America. She goes over a couple points, like focuses a lot on like wealth inequality. So she talks about Trump for like a paragraph, talks about her economic struggle. She talks about the 1% type thing, middle class squeeze, black home ownership, minorities, generation versus the rich and powerful. Warren enters a rapidly growing field of Democratic presidential candidates. That includes Representative Tulsi Gabbard, Democrat from Hawaii, former Housing and Development Secretary Julian Castro, who we all know that he's not running like a legitimate campaign. He's probably trying to become someone's vice president. Senator Kamala Harris, Senator Kristen Gillibrand, Senator Cory Booker, former Representative John Delaney, and businessman Andrew Yang. Additionally, there are rumblings that Senator Bernie Sanders will announce a bid for the nomination shortly. Other potential Democratic candidates include former mayor of New York City, Michael Bloomberg, and current mayor of South Bend, Indiana, Pete Buttigieg. Not sure if I pronounced that right. So this is the official thing about the parking tickets and whatnot. The Oak Park Board of Trustees has approved a ticket amnesty program during the next 2 months that will allow anyone who has received a parking ticket to pay without late fees. The amnesty program, approved unanimously by the board, Oak Park Mayor Anan Abu-Taleb, who we talked about yesterday, was absent for the vote, runs from February 4th to April 4th. The original proposal, presented in January, would have given motorists 1 month to pay any parking ticket prior to 2018 without the late fees, but trustees requested in January that the time frame be extended 3 months. Village manager Kara Pavliak said that the new software system is being installed at Village Hall, and increasing the window to 3 months would require an extension of the village's current software system by a month, which could cost up to $25,000. Robert Anderson, director of education, I don't know how to pronounce that, for the village, said the last ticket amnesty program in 2004 resulted in recouping $100,000 in unpaid fees. Adding another month to the amnesty window might not generate an additional $25,000 to pay for the extension of the village's expiring software. I think it's a real gamble to say that we're going to cover $150,000 to $200,000 with this amnesty, he said. Anderson said at a meeting in January that the village has about 180,000 unpaid parking tickets since 2000. That's a lot of parking tickets. Since 2004, worth about $10 million in unpaid fees. The measure also approves the village spending about $6,000 to send postcards to scofflaws with tickets from 2015 to 2017 to make them aware of this amnesty program. Trustee Tam Taglia directed the village to investigate the possibility of extending that amount of time motorists are given to pay tickets. Currently, motorists are given 10 days to pay their tickets. Taglia suggested looking into increasing that number to 3 weeks. There are issues related to that. People don't have the money, they just don't have the time. They think it becomes problematic for some people. Trustees Bob Tucker and Simone Boutet voiced support for looking into establishing a longer period to pay parking tickets. I know there's data that says the faster you get people to pay, the more they pay. Boutet said you get higher collection. I know that the reality is that you sometimes get those put in your monthly bills, they escape you, and then you get upcharged. So I would look into that. So, yeah. That's it for today. 5 minutes. Okay, I was expecting shorter. I couldn't really find anything that we haven't covered yet, other than like the State of the Union and Green New Deal. But we've I don't know. They're not stories that are like coverable, I would say. I'm sure most of you watched it anyway. So thanks for listening. Lounge with the Gilfillan. Yeah. Thanks so much for listening. The Lounge with Luke Gilfillan comes out every Saturday and Sunday. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you would be interested in getting notified every time a video comes out, hit the gray bell right next to the subscribe button. Credits, sources, and errors are in the description. If you find an error that I missed, please put it in the comments section. If you are interested in donating to my channel, because I bought recording equipment, which kind of costed a lot, my Patreon, which is a donation site, is in the description. If you have any feedback, put it in the comments section. Toodaloo.